All right, so new assessment. There's a lot of different ways you can get assessment information into the application. And when we're talking about assessments, we're talking about biometric assessments, blood pressure, glucose, BMI, BMR, things like that that tell us what are the baselines for the way your body is operating. And it also helps us determine if there's any risk factors. So we know if there's ways that we may need to be able to help you, or if we need to refer you to a physician, or maybe you're just doing good and you can maintain your current status. There's different ways you can get these assessments into the system. There's different type of services we have, so you can use a health check kiosk, which is found at many of the pharmacies. You can find those, by using the health check services near me button. You can use a pharmacy as part of our network, so you can go in there and you can schedule an appointment and you go in and visit a pharmacist that's going to do a full assessment that includes a glucose reading to determine if you have any issues with prediabetes or not. Or you can meet with a Rolling Strong coach and get what we call a coach verified assessment, where they really sit down with you and go through not only the assessment information, but what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish. They can have record of that so they can help you stay on track. Now, if you're going in and you're filling out an assessment yourself, we've put some conditional formatting in here so that when you try to enter numbers that may be out of whack, it's not going to let you proceed. So if you put in that you're 50 feet tall, it'll turn red and it won't let you continue. So accuracy is important. And as you enter the information, you'll notice that it'll automatically calculate things like BMI and Bmr. Your BMI is simply your body mass index, and it's just relative to the weight you are to your height. And sometimes somebody that's extremely muscular can have a high BMI. So it's a good indicator, and they do use that in the DOT physical to determine if you have risk factors. And there's a lot of other assessments that do use BMI to determine whether you have high risk factors for things like heart disease, sleep apnea, and other conditions. And BMR is a little different. What BMR does is BMR actually calculates your condition as based on your height and your weight, but it also considers your gender, your age, and it considers your activity level, which is why we have activity level in there. So somebody that works out a lot, that is a certain height and a certain weight, they're going to require a lot more calories than somebody who doesn't work out at all. And somebody who doesn't work out very much, if they want to lose weight, they're going to have to go on a much more restrictive calorie diet, because it's calories in, calories out. If you eat more calories in a day than your body's able to burn, you're going to gain weight. If you eat less calories in a day, body burns, then typically you're going to lose weight. So the BMR actually considers how active you are to determine how many calories you should have within your dietary plan. And then as you go down through the list, there's some other key things in there. Number one, your DOT recertification date. Enter that in there, because we will send you reminders 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, and 2 weeks prior to your DOT physical, letting you know that it's coming up. And that's just, we're doing that. So number one, you can make sure your health is in check, and number two, so you can reach out to a Rolling Strong coach if you're concerned about failing the test, and let us give you some assistance to prepare for that medical exam so you can keep your license. And then there's some other things in there that you can enter if you know what they are. If you don't, that's where you would want to go and use one of our partner pharmacies, for instance, to get your glucose level. Or they do have some machines that you can do a glucose test at home. You enter your blood pressure in there. And then, we're interested in some other general questions. So we ask, how many days per week are you exercising? We like to figure out what your resting heart rate is, because we will determine some other factors, what your target heart rate should be. And in the application, if you have a wearable connected to it, if you hit your target heart rate for 20 minutes or more in a day, we give you points for that. And if you keep it up consistently for a period of time during the day, we give you even more points for it. Because good cardiovascular exercise is a great way for conditioning the heart to pump more efficiently. It's great for RAST, how you metabolize food, and overall general wellness. And then we also ask what your waist circumference is. That's a great measuring stick if you're looking to lower BMI or to reduce weight, because it feels fantastic down the road when you get that waist circumference check again and you've lost 2 or 3 or 6 pant sizes. And then finally at the bottom, there's what we call health notes. Those are just things you might want to put in their goals that you have. You want to reduce your pant size by 3 sizes. You want to lose 20 pounds. You want to get your glucose levels in check. You want to lower blood pressure. And that just gives us a record to work off of. When you enter this new assessment in there, it is going to be available for a coach. If you choose to talk with them, they can pull that assessment up and have a conversation with you and just do some things and give you some guidance to help you achieve those goals. So enjoy entering your assessment, and we'll see you on the